I moved to New York with my wife and two sons in 2021. I was born in Tajikistan and I live in Moscow for 13 years. I was a professor for 8 years. After 13 years in Moscow, Russia, we had to run.
It wasn't a surprise for me when I learned that he had been a university professor in his country. It was kind of a shock, though, when I learned about the circumstances in which he and his family were forced to move to America.
Almost where every day I was targeted by police. My face, I do not look the same as many people in Moscow, so I was always harassed. I think it was racism. I have written many essays calling for equality and human rights for all people in Russia. I also worked to start a political party in Moscow for Tajik migrants to have a voice. Because of my action, I became a target of the Russian government. Police even came to my home and harassed my family. My wife and my sons were afraid. I could not protect them. That was difficult for me as a husband and father. We had to run to America. My first year in America was really hard for me and my family. We didn't know anyone here, we couldn't speak the language, and my family felt alone. We did not know what was next for us. I studied English for many years in Russia and Tajikistan, but it wasn't good enough here.
Being able to speak English in America is important for people, especially immigrants. Farrukh had to drop everything and come to America with his family, but nothing else. You have to start a new life, and not knowing how to speak English makes it very difficult to meet people, find jobs, and ultimately feel at home.
My first day in Queens Community House, I'm nervous, but people very friendly. Atmosphere is festive in Queens Community House.
Farrukh was a student in my intermediate class last year. He is very motivated.
It is very hot. He doesn't feel well. What should he do?
Our ESOL program is designed to teach students the basics of English.
He shouldn't wear heavy clothes. I have a dream to become professor again.
Our basic ESOL program helps people learn English to the level they can function in our society, but it's not often good enough to help them advance in the workplace. We knew that in order for Farrukh to achieve his dream of becoming a professor again, he had to continue to improve his English, so we recommended him for our English to Work program. English to Work is helping working immigrants find better employment with improved English through our training and through our caseworkers' guidance.
The English to Work program is 2-in-1. You learn English and expand your job opportunities. Immigrants should have access to the same opportunities as people born here. Our English to Work program gives them that chance.
And Farrukh, who wants to continue his line of work, and his level of knowledge, experience, insight, expertise in political science, I think is a perfect candidate to go ahead and achieve that goal. And our aim is to just really help him on his journey.
Adaptation period is over. Now period is hope. My family is happy. It's my new home. I have hopes and dream to become a professor again, this time here in America.